Today we will talk about the 12th July. 12th July is Monday. 12th July, Monday, trade plan. Then after opening, we'll discuss about the any trade clues. So before opening the market, first we need to take about the pre-market analysis. In pre-market analysis, first we will check for the multi-time frame. In multi-time frame price action. In multi-time frame, in a day chart, price is in ranging only. In 30 minutes also, in 30 minutes, price is also ranging only. So price is at the middle of the upper rejection range, lower rejection range. Actually, previous past days, price rejected the lower levels, then reaches the range high. Then at the range high, it rejected the higher levels. Then again reaches the middle of the zone. Then yesterday is a pure ranging day. So price is in the ranging condition or ranging mode between the upper rejection range, lower rejection range. Next, price is at near to the lower rejection range. And yesterday rejected these lower levels. That is the important point. Price is in between the upper rejection range, lower rejection range. And yesterday price rejected at near near to the lows of lower rejection range. It is rejected. It's rejected at near to the low of lower rejection range. And in yesterday remaining part of the day, it is in ranging only. So next in 3 minutes chart, price is in pure ranging only. So based on the day chart, 30 minutes chart, 3 minute chart, price is at the in multi time frame, price is at the middle of the zone. And yesterday, and at the same time, yesterday price rejected at the near to the low of rejection range. Next, next yesterday remaining part of the day, price is in ranging mode only. Next in 3 minutes, next in 3 minutes, price is remaining ranging only. So based on this, we can say price is at the lower part of the rejection range. Price is at the lower part of the rejection range and rejected at the lower portion. Price is at the near to the low of the rejection range, and at the same time yesterday near to rejected near to the low of lower of the range, and price is remaining range mode only. Next, price is not in the overstretch mode. In 30 in day chart, 30 minutes chart, 3 minutes chart, price is in not in overstretch condition. So price now ready for either breakout or breakdown, because it is not in overstretch condition. It is in balanced condition. In day chart, 30 minutes chart, 3 minutes chart. Next, if you take the open test front, 35,500 has both call and put open interest. 35,000 had only put open interest. Next, 36,000 has only call open interest. Then we mark these respective open interest as big round number strikes. Already yesterday I told at the money, a strike having both call and put open is called as at the money strike, ATM strike. ATM strike generally don't have that much significance. This ATM strike can be considered as pivot level. Here the main important support is 35,000. Yesterday it is rejected at 35,000 BRN. Yesterday price rejected at the BRN levels. 35,000 only put to open interest levels. And price is rejected at the in only front. Price is rejected at the lower part of the range. So in open interest front, yesterday it is rejected at only put to open interest, and in price front also it is rejected at lower part of the range. So today, if the price broken previous day high, previous day low, it can be considered as any trending day. And or if open at above, or if it is opening between the previous day high and previous day low, it may be considered as remaining range only. So before deciding, first before trading any market, first we need to decide whether the price is in ranging or not, because in ranging market choppy price action is there. So because of the choppy price action, we have to take more stop loss. So because of when we need to take the more stop loss, we have to reduce the quantity. That's why before going into trade, first we need to identify whether the market is in ranging or not. So here we have six conditions are there to decide whether the market is in ranging or not. First condition is if the yesterday is a ranging day, and if the price opens within the yesterday range, that means price opened within the previous day high and previous day low, and if it is remaining between the previous day high and low, then it is a ranging day. Okay, if the price is within the yesterday range, then it is considered today, then today also considered as a ranging only. Next, after next, if the price is at the middle of the multi time frame zone, if the price is at the middle of the multi time frame zone, then it is also considered as ranging only. Next, if the price is overstretched, that means oversold or overbought, then that day can also be considered as prices will be remaining in the ranging only. Next, if the price takes a maximum amount of move within the 1 hour of the market open, if the price, if the opening itself, if the price takes large amount of move for next 1 hour, then for remaining part of the day, price is in ranging only. Next, yesterday is a strong trending day. If today is also a, yeah, today open also a gap up or gap down, then the remaining part of the day is a ranging day. Next, after 10:30, after 10:15 a.m. or after 1 hour of the market, if both call and put open interest total both are increasing, if both call and put open interest both are increasing, then the day is also considered as a ranging day. In ranging day, what we need to do is we should not trade at the middle of the zone, because they will kick in left and right. So in the ranging day, after deciding the whether the day is a ranging day or not, if it is a ranging day based on these six conditions, if it is a ranging day, we should not trade at the middle of the zone. We should not trade the middle of the zone. We have to wait for the price to reach a extreme levels, either upper rejection range or lower rejection range, then we have to take the trade. If the price wait, we will wait for the, from the middle of the zone, we will wait for the price to reach either upper zone, upper part of the rejection range, or lower part of the rejection range. If the reaches the, suppose if it reaches the upper part of the range, if it is rejected there, then we will take the some less amount of quantity towards the other end of the range, that means lower part of the range. So or if the price rejected the lower part of the range and rejected the lower part of the range, then our target will be previous day high or previous day close. One important main point is, in the ranging market we have to take the less quantity compared to usual quantity, because in ranging market we have to place wider stop losses. For if it is a trade is a breakout trade, that if it is a breakout trade means if it is a breakout pullback or breakout trade, that means they are trending moves. So in trending moves we can take the huge quantities, because in that trending move we know the direction, so price automatically will takes the whatever the quantity. But in ranging market we need to place wide stop losses. So first let's wait for the market to open. Price opened above the yesterday range, that means above previous day high. Then if it is sustained above the previous day high, then we can expect a trending day. Actually, price opened above previous day high. If it is rejected and closes below the previous day high, then it will be remaining a ranging day, and we can short at the previous day high, target for the previous day low, or this previous day high volume price action level 3511. Now what we will do is we will place a buy order above 35480. If it is broken, this means we can expect a target of this yellow line and 35709. Okay, we placed a buy order here. Here the stop loss should be this level, below this level. This is our first trade. But actually it is not moving, and there is no high volume candle, big candle is there, so better exit immediately. Then we will place the buy order here, because we for taking any breakout direction we need a high volume candle. Okay, this is the high volume candle. So here our stop loss will be here only. So actually here we have taken the here, and there is no proper position here. So we immediately exited here. Then we place the buy order here. Our stop loss will be here. So two trades. First trade here exited with scratch here. So no profit, no loss. Next we entered here, and our stop loss will be below this level. Of course, it's a low level stop loss. Price is not moving much. Of course, it is a high volume price candle. Let us see how the will price move. If the price broken here, then we will exit our trade. Price is trading ranging at the money over strike. So price here can move either upside or downside. And at the same, if you observe, price is moving from upper Bollinger to lower Bollinger. If the one more important thing is, if the price moves from upper Bollinger to lower Bollinger, then it can be considered as trend change. So better exit. Better we will exit the position here. So two scratch trades is there. No profit, no loss. An important point. And at the same time, price closed below this high volume candle. So it is also one of the rejection. So price and Bollinger Band wise, in Bollinger Band wise, Bollinger squeezing is there and price moves from upper Bollinger to lower Bollinger. So that is one of the confirmation our trend is reversed. Next, one more thing is price closes below this level, below this high volume candle. Next, so and it is stayed here. Let's wait for the further price action. I think if the price rejected at these levels, we can target the further PDC and yellow line. And at the same time high, and at the same time price strongly rejected here. Very strongly price rejected at this level. So for any further short, this is the further short portion. For any further longs, this above this only our long trade. One more thing is if the price trying to cross from one Bollinger to other Bollinger, and if it is failed means it is also a strong trend direction. So here the price is trying to cross from Royal Bollinger, upper Bollinger, then again closed below the lower Bollinger. Then it is also considered as a strong downside. Or for any long positions, I will take some quantity here, 35,503 and above this level. So I will add some quantity here and some quantity here. And it will be considered as a trend direction, trend day. Here also, Bollinger squeezed very high level. And at the same time, if you observe, it is a lower rejection level, upper rejection level, price at the middle of the zone, and there is a Bollinger squeeze is there. Whenever there is a Bollinger squeeze, that means volatility compression, then volatility expansion is there. Now, next high volume candle will decide the direction. So here one scratch is there, another scratch trades, no profit, no two trades over. Next trade, if the price closes above with volume 35,500, one some quantity I will add above that level, further I will add some more quantity. But for shorting any level below this level only I will short, because it is a 3 minutes lower rejection rule. Okay, price closes above upper Bollinger Band, and at the same time it squeezed also, so it's a clear direction in upside. Here our stop loss should be below this level only. But in these zones our quantity should be very less, because price is within the ranging mode only. Of course it is open outside opening range, but now price is ready for blasting, but it is still ready for blasting after the taking any good volume or strong price volume initiation, then we will add further quantity. So now yesterday is a ranging, of course it is above the previous day high, so it is still in the, we can expect a some trending move, but that trending move had to happen. For trending move had to happen, we have to take this this upper rejection range, this is lower rejection range in 3 minutes. In yesterday also we have upper rejection range and lower rejection range, price is between these range only. The best way is when there is a price rejected the lower levels and rejected the upper levels, better don't trade. So we exited the some small quantity here, and at the same time it has not given any chance for entry also, right? So if there is no further that much speed entry, no problem, because we can enter the position at the upper Bollinger or lower Bollinger only and pullbacks. If you don't get the chance means no problem, we can leave the trade, because we cannot catch the each and every move. You already told, if the price broke in this range, that will be a strong. Then for any pullback towards the lower Bollinger Band, we will enter for further short, but the time is very less. Let's see, this high volume candle rejected here, but here we will try to enter with some quantity. We will try to short here with the stop loss of this high volume candle, and target for this yellow line, or to meet this spike. This is third trade. First, second, first, two stages catch, third stage hit stop loss with small quantity. This is our entry. Here sudden spike rejection is their volume, sudden volume rejection upside. So we can try for lower side. If need, we will add some more with stop loss as this volume. So initially I added some volume at this value with some stop loss above this candle, and added again some more volume with stop loss as this. So two ways I had taken the trade. Some volume with huge stop loss, some volume with less stop loss. Our aim is price need to reach these spike lows, or if it is suddenly broken, it may reach the these volume line also.